I've made over $10.5 million in crypto, but when I first started, it was hard. I threw my life savings into the market and I lost it all. I had no clue what I was doing, stuck in a dead-end 9-to-5. But once I learned these 3 core concepts, everything changed. Very quickly, I went from broke, working a job, to making over $5.1 million. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking those 3 concepts down so you can use them to make life-changing money this bull run. Starting with concept number 1, market cycles are everything. You could be buying the best asset in the world and still lose money. For example, imagine you bought Bitcoin at $200 in 2013. Then it dropped 65% all the way down to $70. You didn't buy the wrong asset, you just bought it at the wrong time. How many times do you look at a coin, literally watch it pump for a few days, and then you end up FOMOing in and buying the top, only for price to nuke straight after? But if you bought it early, when you first saw it, you would have made money. So it's not the asset's fault. Your timing in the wrong part of the market cycle was off. And every single coin follows this exact same pattern. From Bitcoin to Pepe to meme coins to the next AI narrative, it does not matter. Once you understand this, crypto starts to feel a lot easier. So as you can see here, this is a typical market cycle. Phase number 1, accumulation. This is where everything is flat, it's boring, nobody cares, but smart money buys here. Then you have phase number 2, the markup or the bull run. This is where price starts to rise and price starts to pump. This is where early adopters are already in. And then this is where Twitter starts to notice. You see a few things picking up on Twitter and people start piling on in. Then once price is pumped and you come to the end of the bull run, you get distribution. This is where retail FOMOs in. KOLs shill it. And then this is where smart money is quietly exiting. Then you have the markdown, aka the bear market. This is where it dies, and then what you do is you hold your positions and you bag hold all the way down to the bottom. Welcome to crypto. And why does this happen over and over again? One reason: human emotion. Now look at this. It's the same market cycle, and this chart here is the Great Depression in 1929. And this still works 100 years later because humans still fall for the same tricks. So what I'm teaching you here is a skill for life, because these cycles never stop repeating. So if you are simply buying crypto and holding it, then you make money in 2 places. Phase number 1, the accumulation, or phase number 2, the early uptrend. In a bull run, that means that you have to buy the dips, and you do not chase tops. And if you take these same strategies that work in phase 1 and phase 2, and you try to implement them in 3 or 4, you're going to lose money. So what I suggest here in 3 and 4, you short the market on the way down. And I'm going to go much deeper into this later on in the video. But the real money is made when it's quiet, when no one gives a about crypto. And once I stopped trading based on my emotions and I started trading on market cycles, I stopped losing money. This was a brutal lesson I learned the hard way when I put my life savings into the market at the top of the crypto bull run in 2017. And it sucked. But once I had gone through that, I was committed to learning how to time market cycles and never make such a mistake again. And once I understood this, I was able to take an account from $2,000 to $500,000. And that's what allowed me to quit my 9-to-5 for good. And this was my real first big breakthrough. But then I hit a wall. I knew when to buy, and I picked okay coins. But in 2017, I didn't buy the best coins. And that's when I realized narratives move money, which is concept number 2. Do you remember fidget spinners? A $2 toy that exploded into a multi-billion-dollar trend, not because they were useful or did anything really that entertaining, but because everyone started to talk about them. And this is exactly how crypto works. Coins rarely pump just because of fundamentals alone. They pump because of narratives, a mixture of hype, attention, and belief. And if you can understand that, you can make a stupid amount of money before the masses, aka retail, even show up. Because that's all a narrative is, a story that the market believes in. It's the reason why people buy a coin, even if they do not fully understand it. For example, decentralized finance. The narrative was, it's going to overtake and change the banking system. AI will replace humans, therefore AI coins pump. Memes. Meme coins are all about the community. There's no insiders, no VCs, just pump it. And it's not just in crypto. These cycles and narratives have 2000, the dot-com bubble, 2008, the housing bubble, 2020, the pharma tech bubble. Because there's simply not enough money in the system to pump everything all at once. So capital rotates. And what happens is that money rotates from narrative to narrative. For example here, imagine you have two pots, the two narratives. One pot is a hot narrative and the other isn't. The narrative pot starts to grow. At first, people hold their positions elsewhere. But as they watch the pot of the narrative grow, they start to feel FOMO. So they shift more capital, then more capital, then more capital, and then they go all in. And everything else stays flat. And this is what capital rotation looks like. This is how capital moves. And this is why you need to be early. And you see how this is happening. These narratives go through the exact same market cycle. Then, when there is no more capital to fit into this narrative anymore, at that current period of time, then the bubble pops and investors pull their funds out and panic sell. And a narrative is simply just a category that people have undeniable belief in with a story behind it. Currently, what do I think has a great story that is the next narrative? Well, memes have done well and will continue to do well, but only specific ones, as there are so many coins out there now, and the narrative is actually running a pretty dry. But I think AI will continue to do well, and potentially some real-world assets, as people will always try to link crypto and the real world together. But the next narrative usually rides on whichever layer one is moving first. For example, it could be Solana, it could be ETH, or one that is a lot lower down. And you can usually spot the next narrative during accumulation when the market is going sideways in phase one and people are bored. And in this time, there is usually just one coin that is a complete outlier and is pumping for no reason. This one coin that is pumping is usually the leading coin for the next narrative. Chainlink was this coin for DeFi in 2018 and 19. Pepe was this meme coin in 2023. And the moment I understood narratives, everything clicked. Cycles tell you when to buy, and narratives tell you what to buy. But there was still one thing holding me back. I was buying the right coins at the wrong time, but with the wrong size. I'd get the narrative early, watch the coin pump, but I would barely make any money. This is when I figured out the final piece of the puzzle. Concept number 3, conviction, and your position size, knowing when to go all in. Because what most beginners do is they have no conviction. They buy 20 to 30 different coins, and you have 1 to 2 large positions, and then the rest of the coins are so small that even if they pump, they don't even change your portfolio. Even if you're right, it doesn't even matter, and you catch a 10x. But because you only had 2% of your portfolio in it, congratulations, you've just made some beer money. So you convince yourself you are investing, but you are not. You're just collecting a lot of coins. And the worst part of all of this, you're doing all of this research, putting all of your mental energy and all of your time for what? A portfolio that performs worse than just going heavy on one good call. You think you're reducing risk by diversifying yourself, but what you're doing is guaranteeing a mediocre portfolio. Because when the market goes up, only a select few of your coins make gains anyway, but not enough to make a big difference. But when the market dumps, all of your coins dump. So I'm going to tell you the truth about what every crypto millionaire that I know has done. I know it works because it's exactly what I did too. Took a small portfolio of $3,000 into $2.5 million in a single year. And that is concentrating your portfolio across only a few coins. This works because when you do actually have a winner, it makes a meaningful difference to your portfolio because you have a good chunk in there. You can then repeat this process again and again and again to scale your capital up quickly. For me, in the 2023 cycle, these initial coins were FET, Pepe, and Inge. I understood the narrative and I saw the upside. Up until that point, I managed to turn $3,000 into multi-six figures through trading Bitcoin, Solana, and Forex. I took 50% out of my stack and split it across these 3 coins, and I held through all of the noise. These coins then went on to generate me 10 to 30x depending on the coin. And those decisions were what allowed me to turn $3,000 into $2.5 million in a single year. But let me be extremely clear here. This is not gambling. I didn't size up because I felt lucky. I sized up because I'd done the work. I understand the market cycle, so I know when to buy. I've spotted the narrative early, so I knew what to buy. I know the coin inside out to the best of my ability, and that's what gives me conviction. And that conviction is what gives me the confidence to go big. And so those 3 concepts are what took me from a dead-end job to taking $2,000 and turning into over $5 million. And now I help lots of other students do the exact same thing. I have helped create 5 verified millionaires this crypto bull run so far, and I'm not going to stop here. So if you simply want to copy the exact same trades and buy the exact same tokens I'll be buying to make even more millions this crypto bull run, then you need to join my 7-figure Inner Circle mentorship program. This bull run, I've already helped change countless of lives by helping make many 6- and 7-figure earners through the trades, education, and mentorship I provide inside. Just look at all of the wins and all of the lives I've changed on the screen right here, right now. And look, we are only just getting started because everyone inside will keep getting rich while this bull run still lasts. And it's not going to last forever. So hit the link in the description to apply and see if you qualify to work with me. That's all for this video. I'll see you all next time.